Today I want to talk about my history of video games. I want to talk about the first video game I think I ever played. I think the first video game I ever played was, I think it was called The Spot or something like that. It was a 7 Up game, and you was the 7 Up logo, and you was, in an attic or like in the walls. Like it was a platformer game, and it was on Sega Genesis, if I'm correct. The second game I remember playing was Super Mario World. The one where it's on Super Nintendo, and he on Yoshi and he got the cape. Yeah, that's the second game I ever played. The third game I ever played was Mortal Kombat 3. And well, I think it was one of the Mortal Kombats. But the reason I'm naming these games like this is because back then I would just play one game at a time. So I played Spot until I finished it, and I played Super Mario World until I finished it, and I played I forgot the one I was the one I said, but anyway, another game I remember playing is Jet Moto. It's on PlayStation. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. I don't know which one of the Mortal Kombats I played, but all through this era, right? That I'm talking about, these games that's on Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and PlayStation 1. I played Mortal Kombat 1 through 3. And then I fell off. And then I remember playing Tomb Raider. And then from Tomb Raider 1, maybe 2. Um I remember going to Metal Gear Solid. I remember playing Metal Gear Solid for a long time. And I remember thinking it was so cool that you had to put the controller and the second you had to it's this boss fight when you fighting Psycho Mantis. I think that's his name. And you got to take the first controller out. You got to take the controller out the first port and put in the second port through the boss fight. I think I'm right on that. It was so cool. And it had 2 discs. Unfortunately, I didn't get into Final Fantasy 7. I didn't know what Final Fantasy 7 was. My friends are always telling me about it, but I didn't know what it was until I played the Final Fantasy remake. Like when I got my PS5, for some reason I downloaded the Final Fantasy 7 remake, and I loved the story, and but I guess the way it was visually presented, maybe it just didn't grab me at that time for some reason. All right, so now we had Metal Gear Solid, I think, and Pokemon on the Game Boy. Somebody had gave me a Game Boy. One of my mother's friends had gave me a Game Boy. And I don't know why she gave me a Game Boy, but she just gave me the original fat gray Game Boy, and she gave me Tetris and Mario. I forgot which Mario it was, but it was on the fat gray Game Boy. And I played Pokemon Yellow, Red, and Blue. And I was so addicted to that game for years. Maybe up until from, I don't know, 8th grade to 9th grade. I was really up on the playing the Pokemon games. From Pokemon, I think I jumped to Xbox, and it had Halo. And I was on Halo for a while, and then uh I don't know when Grand Theft Auto 3 came in, But I want to mention that for some reason around this era. I think Grand Theft Auto 3 was after Metal Gear Solid. I think Grand Theft Auto 3 was after, I don't know. But I want to keep this thing going. So I started playing Halo, and then I played Halo 2. I remember playing Halo 3, but I didn't beat Halo 3. I got in after that, I got into Call of Duty Modern Warfare. After that, I remember this. I think I remember the sequence verbatim. After Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I was playing that on Xbox 360. I got into Grand Theft Auto 4. And then I forget what I was playing. I was playing like the arcade games. They had like this options. Xbox 360 had like these little slides that you can go through. And they had like this arcade thing. And I got caught up in the arcade thing. And after that, I think I got into Grand Theft Auto 5. And it was a wrap for a minute. I played Grand Theft Auto 5 for a minute. And then I stopped playing video games for a long time. You know, I stopped playing video games for a long time. And life started lifing. And then when I came back into gaming, what brought me back into gaming? I think God of War. I forget the name of the God of War that was before Ragnarok. But I think that got me back into gaming. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption. I played Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360. I forgot to mention that. I forgot to mention Red Dead Redemption. I played that on Xbox 360. I played the first one. I played that probably before I played GTA 5. But Red Dead Redemption 2 brought me to buy. I bought a Xbox Xbox Series S. I bought I started playing Red Dead Redemption on that. And I replayed Grand Theft Auto 4 on the Xbox Series S. But I just didn't. They didn't have enough. They didn't have enough exclusives for me. Like, I was jealous that PlayStation had Spider-Man. I can't play Spider-Man on the Xbox. You know, like I wanted to play Gran Turismo and just different type of stuff that was only on PlayStation. So I ended up getting a PlayStation 5. And since I got a PlayStation 5, I've played Black Myth Wukong. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but you know, the monkey game. I love that game. I haven't beat it yet, but I like playing it and looking at it. I've played Warhammer. I really like Warhammer. I've played the game with the lady that shoot arrows. I forget the name of it, but that game is really beautiful. I'm enjoying playing the PlayStation 5 right now, you know. But I gotta be honest with you. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 a lot since I got my PlayStation 5. I don't know why. Because I didn't beat it. Like, Grand Theft Auto 5 is I've never beat a game as much as I played Grand Theft Auto 5. By the way, I skipped over Nintendo 64. Super Mario 64. The Nintendo 64, probably after I'm sorry, this video is so everywhere. Probably after probably when I first started playing Metal Gear, the first Metal Gear, I remember though the first game I got when I got my PlayStation, the first game I got was SmackDown. That's the only reason I wanted the PlayStation. I want to play SmackDown. It's dumb as hell. I want to play SmackDown. I got my PlayStation at the Mall of America in Minnesota, Minneapolis, or whatever. It's the Twin Cities. I got my my first PlayStation 1 in the Mall of America. But anyway, um my Nintendo 64, when I had a Nintendo 64, I played a lot of good games. I played Super Mario 64 is one of my favorite games of all time. GoldenEye. It was this dumbass game. I got it was like at a thrift store. It was named Clay Fighters. I used to love that fucking game. It was another game, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I like that game. I forgot the Donkey Kong game name. Unfortunately I never got into Zelda. I like the Pokemon Snap. I liked that game. I liked the stadium mode, the Pokemon Stadium. No, I think it was called Pokemon Stadium. It was called Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Snap, you had to have a whole nother hookup on the controller and stuff. But anyway, I never really grew out of video games. I like video games. My only thing about video games right now that I could complain about is I think that as far as graphic fidelity, it's perfect. It's for those of you that's complaining about graphic fidelity and stuff like that, I don't know, I just disagree. I think video games look amazing. I think they look amazing. But I don't like how expensive they are. And I don't like how far in between releases are. The PlayStation 5 to me shouldn't be a PS6 for another 10 years. I just don't see how it's going to look any different unless the PS6 is the last PlayStation ever. I just don't see how it could triple down on the graphics. I think the graphics look immaculate. The only thing that I'm complaining about is just not enough games. It's not enough new games. It's not enough everything is kind of recreated from the PS4 era. So it's updated, or you can play it on your PS5, but it's really on PlayStation 4. Or they're redoing for example, they redoing Tomb Raider. Or they just remaking games. There's no new original games that we can play, or no dope sequels that we can play, Anyway, yeah, I'm a gamer. I like playing games. Ever since I got older though, I haven't really been playing games as much as I used to. I'll probably turn it on maybe 4 or 5 hours at the week, But you know what? I think I'm gonna get that Resident Evil Requiem. I think I'm gonna get that. I think that Resident Evil Requiem is I think it looks dope. So I think I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, anyway, that's my history on gaming. That's all I gotta say.